Hello, my name is Felicia Jones, and I'm a kindergarten teacher in Abilene, Texas. I've been an elementary school teacher for 11 years, and I always walk into my classroom with a love of technology and a passion for the kids that I'm teaching, whether it's 4th and 5th grade or currently as I teach my kindergarten students. As COVID 19 shut down our schools across the United States and globally, we've realized that we need to make some drastic changes in the way our students receive their education. Students need to be able to access and be fluent in technology use. As many people across the United States just hope and wish for things to get back to normal, many people in education have realized that maybe normal wasn't good enough. Blended learning is not a new idea. It has been used in secondary grades in higher education for some time. Station rotations, which is a model of blended learning, has been used for years in the primary grades. By combining these two ideals for our primary age students, we can build a foundation in academics and technology and better prepare our students for the future that they will have in front of them. Change is hard for everybody, but educators, we're the ones that are up for the task. So, will all of this change be worth it? Will it make any difference? Did you know that the KIPP Academy in Los Angeles, California adopted a blended learning approach on their entire campus? This included the kindergarten classrooms. That adoption of blended learning led to a 95% of their kindergartners to score at or above the national average in math after the first year, while 96% scored at or above the national average in reading. At that level of achievement, I would say all the change is definitely worth it. So imagine, here we have a kindergarten class from 1983 and another one from 2021. These kindergartners in 1983 could not have dreamed up the innovations in communications that these kindergartners in 2021 have with them today. So just imagine what these kindergartners of 2021 cannot even dream up. The National Association of Elementary School Principals poses a very interesting thought on the subject. They said, think about the world today's kindergartners will inherit. Books on paper may not exist. Devices will become more proactive, some of them giving you information you need before you even know you need it. Building a learning program without technology tools is antithetical to how they will live their lives. For the educational system to not integrate technology into their educational model as an integral part of the learning process is simply irresponsible. We are here to set our students up for a successful future, not a successful present. So the question is, are you a creative educator or are you an innovative one? To be completely honest, blended learning is not a new idea or even a new practice. So we can look at what has worked for other campuses and other schools and what hasn't, and we can learn from their mistakes. Districts that have not been successful in a blended learning initiative have tried to adopt a one-size-fits-all model for their blended learning. That is not a good option. We know as teachers that one size does not fit all for any classroom. A successful blended learning program will continue to have instruction based on pedagogical research. One of the biggest struggles in many blended programs is the overestimation of the power of technology. To be successful, a blended learning program must give teachers the autonomy to determine what works best in their classrooms. Blended learning technology shouldn't be chosen just based on the curriculum used at the time. Let's not pigeonhole our educators into a specific curriculum and specific devices. Perhaps one of the biggest factors in a successful blended learning program was job-embedded professional learning that begins with the lesson design. The lesson design is the foundation of any successful lesson or program, whether it's a blended learning or a traditional classroom. Starting that professional learning at the very basis and the foundation of the lesson design showed higher rates of success on campuses and classrooms that had training in designing the lessons specifically for blended learning.
The vision and the mission of Highlander is to use innovative practice as a social catalyst. We want our kids to be able to do anything any other kid from Providence could do.
We use differentiation all across the curriculum here at Highlander, and especially in the first grade. Although the content is the same, having the stations really allows me to tailor my lessons to each individual group of learners.
The students at Highlander Charter School are achieving their best. Let's do what we can to make sure our students achieve their best. Let's not stick to the status quo. Let's not do what we've always done. It's time to make some changes for our students and for their futures.